I'm back with another album review. Today's review is on Whales and Woe by Les Claypool. This is his first actual solo album, despite the fact that Highball with the Devil was his first attempt at a solo album, even though that was under a different moniker. Les does a good portion of the instrumentation by himself, though he brought in Mike Dillon and Skerritt from the Frog Brigade. Les' children, Cage and Lena, both perform on one of the songs, and they both drew the illustrations included in the booklet. Now, the front cover was designed by Zoltron. Now, the album was recorded in 2005 and 2006 at Rancho Relaxo. Les produced, mixed, and engineered the album. It was released on May 30th, 2006 on Prawn Song Records. The project was supervised by Lean LaJoy. Now let's talk about the songs. The intro to this album is Back Off Turkey. The song has Les on bass, vocals, and percussion. Cage was also on percussion, and Lena was on marimba. Personally, I think it's pretty cool that Les decided to bring both of his children to perform on this song. The next track is One Better. Les is on bass, vocals, guitar, and drums. He also brought in Mike Dillon on marimba and Skerritt on tenor saxophone. After that is Les Stings. Most of the instrumentation was done by Les, since he was on bass, vocals, guitar, and drums. And Skerritt was on the baritone saxophone. Next up is Whales and Woe, which obviously shares the same name as the album. This track has Les on vocals, guitar, and bass. We also have Mike on vibes, Skerritt on tenor saxophone, and Gavi Lala on the theremin. Up next is Vernon the Company Man. The song has Les on bass and vocals. We also have Mike on tabla and Gavi on sitar. That's followed up by Phantom Patriot. The song is written about the incident from when Richard McCaslin infiltrated the Bohemian Grove campground while dressed as his alter ego, the Phantom Patriot, back in 2002. This track has Les on bass, vocals, guitar, and drums. We also have Mike on vibes and Skerritt on tenor saxophone. We followed up with Iowan Gal. I read that Les was the sole performer on this track, since he performed bass, banjo, vocals, and percussion. On top of that, he wrote the song about his wife, Cheney, and I think that's pretty awesome. The track that comes after that is Nothing Ventured. Les is on bass, vocals, guitar, and drums. We also have Mike Dillon on vibes and Skerritt on tenor saxophone. The track that comes next is Rumble of the Diesel. Les did most of the instrumental since he was on bass, vocals, guitar, and percussion. Mike is on drums and marimba. The track after that is Robot Chicken, which happens to be the theme song for the Adult Swim show, Robot Chicken. Les was the sole performer since he performed vocals and all instrumentals. After all, he is the composer for that show. What comes after that is Filipino Ray. Les is on bass, vocals, and drums while Gavi is on sitar. The finale of this album is Off-White Guilt. Les is on bass, vocals, and percussion. Mike is on percussion and marimba. Skerritt was on saxophones and horn arrangement. And Gavi was on sitar. One thing I should mention is that the iTunes version has a live version of the song Dee's Diner from the album Purple Onion, which I reviewed last week as of the making of this video. And as you can see, the physical versions do not have that bonus track. In order to promote this album, Les went on tour with Les Claypool's Fancy Band. That band didn't make any albums, but they did release a DVD of concert footage in 2007. I couldn't find any info on how this album performed commercially. However, I did see that AllMusic liked it. Rolling Stone, on the other hand, didn't like it, which further proves that Rolling Stone magazine is full of shit. Now for my thoughts. I think this is a very good album. It's quite amazing how Les managed to make a solo album without using a different moniker. I also think it's pretty cool that he brought in both of his children on board for the first song on the album. Overall, I recommend checking out this album. And now's the part where I question you. Have you listened to Of Whales and Woe? If so, what do you think about it? What's your favorite song from it? What are your thoughts on Les Claypool making a solo album? Have you seen his fancy band in concert? Well, let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to press the notification bell to notify you of future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video.